Okay, so what we're going to be doing right now is a measurement for both thoracolumbar. So there's no way to just measure thoracic movement. We're going to measure how much our patient can flex their thoracic vertebrae and their lumbar vertebrae at the same time. And then we'll look later at just the lumbar. So we're going to do flexion and extension at the same time because they're very similar. And in order to do that, we need to mark T1 just like we did for our cervical inclinometer measurements. So I left this on from that measurement, but we also need another measurement down here at S2. And the way to find S2 is just find the iliac crest, okay, and then come down the crest and find the posterior superior iliac spine, okay, the PSIS. And so I'm just going to have to lift your shirt just a little bit here and just, right, so come down that iliac crest. I'm just going to fold the band. There you go, thank you. So we come along the crest, find the PSIS. If they have the little dimples on the back just above the gluteal cleft, that's where the PSIS is, so it kind of helps. So find that if you follow the iliac crest and then the bump as you come down that crest before there's a little drop off, those are your posterior superior iliac spine. Come straight across from the posterior iliac spine, and that is going to be S2. So I'm going to mark that really quick with a piece of tape. You can also use, like I said, a marker. Just make sure it's an erasable marker, right? You don't want to have your patient walking around with marks on them. Okay, so I found it. I know exactly where it's at. It's right there, and we're just going to kind of mark that right there. The concept is still going to be the same though. We're going to put our inclinometers on those right in the middle, and we're going to zero them out. Okay, so Karen, the action I'm going to have you do, and you can watch me here, is I'm just going to have you kind of hold your arms out and try and bend your spine down as far as you can, but I want you to concentrate on not using your hips. Okay, as soon as you see the patient start to kind of push their booty out, right, and engage their hips, they're not doing thoracic and lumbar flexion, they're doing hip flexion. So you want to watch that and make sure you isolate from that from happening. So I'm going to get them zeroed out, and I'm going to have her do that action for me. So there and there. So go ahead and try and just lean forward for me. Good. Excellent. And so she's doing a very good job of not bringing her hips into this. And I have 60 up here and about 5 there. So she has 55 degrees of thoracolumbar flexion. Okay. So for extension, it's going to be the same concept. Except you're going to go backwards this time. So once again, you want to not really bring the hips in. You don't want to push your hips out. You just want to lean your back as far as you can. Okay? So same concept there. Zero it out. Get it right in the middle of that piece of tape that you've done and have them come back. So try again. Good. So she's limited here.
I just feel like I can't move because I'm hitting your hand.
Well, so you don't want to do your neck, okay? Oh, so it's just your back.
Okay.
Right. So just think about this part right here. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and try again. There you go. And so 55 and -5, so 50 degrees of extension. So the normal ranges for those, and I'm going to cheat here just to make sure I don't get them wrong. Flexion is 80 degrees and extension is 25. So she actually has pretty good extension and maybe a little bit reduced flexion with that.